pygmy mammoth.
It's
currently extinct. And right now they were just looking around and they found a complete fossil buried in the ground at the island. So. Well, really, you have to believe in yourself to be able to do things like volunteering, doing all that stuff. Takes a lot of confidence, and actually the more you do them, the more confidence you build up. So it all started when I was 5 years old and I went to Channel Islands National Park. So I started there, got my first Junior Ranger badge. I was so happy about it and I thought it was so fun I decided to go to more national parks. So I asked my parents to bring me out to national parks every year, so I kept going to them and I became the first Junior Ranger underwater explorer at Channel Islands National Park. I've been to 72 national parks.
My buddy Tigran.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much.
Most of the world is covered by ocean. Really part of all.
I'm a volunteer diver for the Channel Islands National Park. I volunteer for a program called Channel Islands Live. It's an educational outreach program. What we do is we take divers into the kelp forest on Anacapa Island. Certainly I think that plays a role in, I think that was part of his exposure to the national parks. But Tigran's actually increased my involvement with the park. I'm now the Vice President and Director of Development for the Channel Islands Park Foundation, and I wouldn't have done that without Tigran. And he came to me and said, I want to do more for Channel Islands and I want to get more involved. And I said, okay. And so he came up with a plan.
The walls off of that triangular block, and sometimes you can push off, like move.
Well, he really doesn't have that much downtime, so he's involved in many things. He likes to be active. So he's a full-time student. He goes to his Taekwondo Academy in Ojai, something that he's been really dedicated towards since he was 3. He's part of his swim team. He knew he wanted to be involved in some sort of musical instrument, and so we tried the violin, and it was a match, and he really loves it. He actually practices, which, as you know, as a parent, sometimes it's hard to get your children to do that, but he does take the time to practice.
Tigran's pretty amazing. He's a very motivated young man. He has a great heart. He enjoys spending time with children, but he can also comfortably spend time with adults.
National Park Foundation said they got a call from PBS Kids and they said if I'd like to do a cartoon show about the parks. I was going like, sure. So I did that recently and now that's where I am here.
He has right now, I believe, 3 official titles. One is for the Channel Islands National Park, Special Events Information Specialist, Division of Interpretation. He is the National Park Trust First Student Betty Bison Ambassador. He is now an ambassador for National Park Geek. So his ultimate goal, at the ripe age of 11, he already knows what he wants to do. He wants to be the director of the National Park Service. There are many paths. Tigran's figuring out his path.
I'm just so glad I'm reaching so many kids about our parks because they're places that not a lot of people know about. Well, really, I want to help other kids get to experience some things I do. And some of the things I do, I realize are pretty cool things, so I think they'll have a fun time doing them too.